Good morning. Well, today we're in Franz and it's an amazing blue sky day. So I bring a lot of clients through here on tour. Almost half of them are never able to fly and do a glacier landing because of the weather. So today being a blue sky day, no cloud anywhere, without any exaggeration, probably about 40 days a year at the most. So around a month and a half at the very, very most of blue sky days in this town, because they get weather constantly off the Tasman Sea, and consequently the helicopter flights, both including fixed wing and chopper, can't fly. So a lot of disappointed visitors have come here to see the glaciers, which of course are melting, and they will not be a thing in 25 to 30 years. That's fact. You can see the recess speed now as it disappears up into the mountains. So I'll turn this around for you. This is the Wiindow River. So obviously a glacier fed river. We're in a UNESCO National Park at the moment. And very, very much a part of this corner of New Zealand. You better hear helicopters constantly operating today. When they get a chance to fly, and the visitors have actually stayed in Franz at what is often a very, very large expense for an extra night or two, just to go up on the glacier. Sometimes people are just forced to do it. They've spent thousands and thousands to get to New Zealand. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and wow. So this is the access road up into Franz Joseph. There is a glacier town beside us called Fox Glacier. The Fox Glacier walk is around about an hour and 20 minutes one way from the end of the car park, whereas this walk is only about 15 minutes to a lookout point, and even then you only get a glimpse of the glacier. So from 35, 40 years ago, when we were children, you could actually see the glacier really clearly. The tongue used to come down around this corner here, and it was really quite noticeable. So it's recessed about, no exaggeration, probably about 40% of the tongue's gone. Obviously the glacier used to come all the way down through here where I'm running at the moment. But yeah, blue sky day, guys. Don't get days like this here very often at all. This is Phil. So we're almost at the Glacier car park now. Very busy with flights today, as you can imagine. A lot of people would have been held back the last 2 days because of weather. We had thunderstorms and really heavy rain. We just come back from Europe, and a lot of Spain, and even around the back of Switzerland and Chamonix, Mont Blanc, Greenwald, etc. We were able to walk any of this stuff here. Common sense prevails when you're in the bush. You don't friggin' need a massive red sign to tell anybody with half the amount of common sense that the average breathing human should have. But this is New Zealand, and especially through a lot of the Western countries, we're being doled down with warning signs and whatnot. Morning. So yeah, you see them everywhere now. Never used to be a thing when I was first getting into the hiking, tramping bush in my 20s. It was just really all about common sense. Definitely not the world it was 30 years ago. Okay, as we drop down this last part of the track, we'll probably run back part of the road to cut out that hill I've just been over. I've got to be back at a certain time. I'm taking my clients on a wild West Coast beach experience. That's a bonus for them today. I'm not charging them for it, but while I'm here waiting for them, I can't go anywhere, can I? We're so remote. This is the beautiful Wahoo River. The glacier's up around on the left-hand side there, so we'll see if we can show you a sliver of it. Last time I was here in the evening, without any Muppets around or Karens, I decided to go for a walk up that river flat. Obviously 99% of people are advised not to. They've got signs up, once again, trying to avoid someone from walking up to the glacier and being squashed if it falls over, which did happen in Fox Glacier to a number of Asian tourists many years ago. Yep, they decided to go up to the face of the glacier, touch the glacier for a photo. Well, that ended badly for them because people are dumb. So we'll get up to the lookout and we'll see if we can give you a bit of a glimpse of the glacier today. So we're coming out to the main glacier car park. So this is where you'll be brought up to, or where you'll drive to yourself if you've got a rental or an RV or a camper van. And you need to head down this track here, all right? So the old mountaineers' hut's there, toilets are there, and walking time 30 minutes, we'll see. So it used to be up here, only probably 20 odd years ago. So the Glacier Towns here now. I've actually walked all the way up here before, up to the top, and got a photo up the valley. It is National Park, and as such, New Zealand National Parks can never legally close. They're written into our constitution, so you're actually free to walk pretty much anywhere, and it can be challenged if you are challenged by a public servant or even a police officer. They don't have any right unless you're obstructing, you're causing a scene, or you're endangering yourself or others. Otherwise, you're free to roam. Keep that in mind. Don't be bullied. So we're talking mid-October. This is the calm before the storm. They're anticipating around 3+ million tourists pouring into New Zealand between the beginning of November and the end of March. So that's 5 months. We get about 4.2, I think, this last year. So we're heading towards a new record again. Just turn this around. So it's quite nice not to have the hordes around at the moment. That bird life, beautiful. So it's about 15 degrees Celsius in here today. So it's just a pleasant temperature. In the shade of the trees here it drops, you can feel it. But there's a sweet sense as well, like a sweet forest odour, which is pretty cool. I never smell anything like it when I'm overseas. Countries do have their own smell, obviously, with foods and so forth, but forests are quite unique. Beautiful. Okay, so we're at the glacier face. Turn this around for you. December, January, February, this place is standing room only. A little bit about the glacier. Pause that if you wish. So, really obvious. The landings are done up over the back. So the heli landings are sort of over the back here. And when I was a kid, the Glacier tongue was all the way down here. So that's Franz Glacier. So these are dying. There's not going to be any of these around to go and land on in years to come. In the next 20-25 years, most of the core regions of the world that do helicopter landings, the glaciers will be pretty much done and dusted. Right, we're out of here. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is the Franz Glacier Walk. allow yourself about, they say 30 minutes from the car park. I did it in 11, but that was run walking. If you're fit, you generally do it in about 20. All the signs around New Zealand for Department of Conservation tracks and trails, they obviously all err on the side of the slowest. So if you come to do a track like the famous Rootburn, Milford, Heafy, Kepler, there's a lot of them. There's 11 great walks in New Zealand. You can generally, if you're fit, and you know, a lot of these younger ones, especially head down, bum up, they don't really see much, but you can basically knock about 25% off those times. Look at these beautiful big ferns. This is Phil, and this is New Zealand.